What is up, bro? This is Rogue Galaxy 9206. How's everybody doing? If you read the title of this, yeah, I got a new computer. And I gotta say, this computer is something that I've never expected that I would actually own. I mean, I wanted it, but I never thought it would come this soon. Like, it all started about 4 months ago. Just as I'm getting ready to go back to work, you know, my computer starts to running into issues. And I take it to a place called Micro Center to get it fixed. I don't like the service. You know, they say one thing and something else comes up. Call us back in an hour. And I call them back in an hour and they still haven't worked on my computer. And so I get my computer back and the case is crooked. Like, I'm trying to bend it back into place and all of that stuff. So I really felt that they were arrogant. At the end of the day, they were very arrogant people. You know what I decided to do? I decided to go back to the Micro Center and buy a computer. So I bought a computer from the same exact place, except I didn't go into the repair department. The guy who sold the computer, super nice. I mean, I needed that because I was losing faith in this store. Like, I don't know if it's because it's in a highbrow area. Like, it's in a very highbrow area. So, I don't know if it's because of that. And you look at me and I'm like, what is this fat black dude know about computers type of a situation? I don't know if that's what it was. You know, but I really needed this guy to be nice to me. And he was super nice. I came into the store and, you know, he showed me some computers. I kind of had an idea what I wanted because my wife was like, look, there's these 2 computers. They're on sale. We can reserve them. She was able to reserve hers. But because I'm looking at something in the RTX department, I wasn't able to reserve my computer, so I had to go to the store. So before I even go any further into my story, let's look at this computer here. You have your RTX 3060 Ti. Comes with a Cool Master water cooler. And it also has a, I think it's 650 watt power supply. And 32 gigs of RAM. And it's a Ryzen R7. Here's the front. And it's called a PowerSpec. I know I didn't do a good job of showing it, but it's not really. It could look like a freaking huge boob for all I care, as long as it does. I was going to say penis. It's like a freaking huge penis for all I care, as long as it does what it's supposed to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read what it is because I think reading it is better than how I can present it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So let's look at the specs of this bad boy here. And I did a little modding myself to it. Not modding, but I put in a 6 terabyte Western Digital black 7200 RPM hard drive. I had to because my last hard drive was 4 terabytes and I ran out of space. I got, no lie, my old computer, it's kind of funny saying that, I got 328 gigs out of 4 terabytes. So I'm hoping that I can not burn through this so fast. So let's read the specs here. We have it's a Windows 10 Pro. Motherboard is an ASRock X57 Pro 4. The computer case is a PowerSpec Landly ATX, and it's kind of interesting because this Landly tower is what I was trying to build my own computer, and I was actually going to choose one of their towers because they got some nice towers. You have your CPU, of course, is an AMD Ryzen 7, which is, it took me just to get to an AMD 830, whatever it's called, 8030, the 8 core, the black. It took me 6 years. I had that computer from 2015 until about 4 days ago. So you have your CPU speed is 3.8 gigahertz. You can boost it up to 4.6, but I'm not doing that because that kills your processor at the end of the day. Even though I got a water cooler, to keep it cool, I'm not digging that. So you have your the memory is 32 gigs, DDR4. I got 4 slots. So I would like to get another 32 gig slot, 216. 216s to equal 32. And I want them to glow because the computer glows, and I want to sync it all up. Okay, then you have your 1 terabyte SSD, which is cool, but like I said, the 1 terabyte SSD is for booting and running Windows on. I'm not using that really to save anything. I'm just, because I have a 6 terabyte hard drive I put in. I really wish I would have made a video on that, because I had to basically strip this thing down just to complete it. And you have the Pisto Resistance. The Pisto Resistance is your NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti with 8 gigabytes of memory. And it's VR ready, which is pretty nice. And to me, that's all I think that mattered, was that I had everything nice. The only thing, like I said, I have to do is get some more RAM, because just a pet peeve of mine to always have a good amount of RAM. Even though my last computer, when I got it, like I remember the stats, because I was so jazzed about the stats. I was like, yo, this is a what would be a Ryzen 3, but it's, you know, it's last gen. I forgot what you would call their beginner i3 Ryzen 3 type. I spit a lot, don't I? What you would call your i3 or Ryzen 3 motherboard processor. You know, it's I believe it's an AM3 Plus. So it was kind of like 2012 it came out. So this is 2021. So that's a long time ago. But let's go back at the computer again, and I could honestly say, like, I played Arkham Knight, and what else did I play on this? And I played one of my favorite games, possibly on a PC, American Trucker Simulator, and these games look freaking amazing. These games are ridiculous. So we're gonna look now back at it again, just so I can give you a better look inside. It's not coming up too well because I have this light on here, and that's glass, and you know, this is amazing. I don't even know where the SSD is. I don't know. I think it's one of those nifty cool SSD thingies, because I'm looking. Is that it? No, that's not it. But yeah, this thing it's a beast. I will say that much, that it's an absolute beast. I didn't take the plastic off. I should, but it's just me. My last PC, I didn't take the plastic off. So like I said, it's running Windows 10 Pro, upgradable to Windows 11. I believe they said it's Windows 11 ready. It just came out this year, so I guess he said it's current gen. So it came out the beginning of the year. Most likely, I noticed the computers where systems come out at the end of the year, like your PlayStations and your Nintendos and all of those always seem to come out in October, November. And I noticed with PCs, they normally come out in February. That's just from what I've looked on. Yeah, that's my thing. I looked on Amazon. And I'm having a blast with it. So now we're going to go look at my, this is my 4K TV and I'm running it on. And we're going to go look at, these are my PC games. I don't know if you can see them too well. But so far I've downloaded up to, I believe I downloaded, I'm downloading this Enemy Within. What is this? This Batman. This one here. But these are all my Steam games. I have a lot of Steam. This is what I really want to play the most. Like, I want to play Cyberpunk 2077 because, like, I'll tell you, my last graphics card was a 1650. Not a super, just a regular 1650 with an 8-core AMD FX. That's what it's called, FX. And Cyberpunk 2077 chewed up that computer, and it was just like, yo, it's like, you're nothing. You're nothing. I'm going to eat you, and I'm going to spit you out, then I'm going to eat you again. And then this time I'm going to digest you. I'm going to crap you out. Then somehow I'm going to reanimate you back into what you were before, just to take the whole consumption process of eating you, spitting you out, eating you again, crapping you out, reanimating you, just to do that whole process all over again. That's how bad Cyberpunk ran on my last computer. Let me see how many gigs. I only played 3 hours of it, and it was the most painful 3 hours. So let me see if you. I don't know if it's this computer. This camera doesn't focus. So it's 64 gigs. Like you see this. I don't know if you can see my disk space. That's my disk space. So I'm working with 6 terabytes. But you know, of course, the system, and they always do some weird stuff. I downloaded a couple of games, and so you know what I eventually want to do is I want to do a side-by-side comparison, or not even a side-by-side, because I don't know how to do that yet in my programming with my, I have it somewhere, I brought it up. I have Vegas Pro, and I just, you know, I'm about to install it on this computer. You have to buy a DVD drive, which is, I'm not used to that. I'm used to everything being always there. So what I want to do is eventually just have, look, this is where I was, and show a couple of games. And like, hey, this is where I am now. Show a couple of more games. And the price point of this computer, man, I will say it killed me. Like, I'm coming up low. And, you know, I look at different places and people say, oh, PC build, oh, a pre-built PC and this and that. You need the budget and this and... I don't know about you, but I don't have disposable income like how people say, oh, you got to build your own PC, and this is a budget PC, and it's a budget. I don't have disposable income like that, and if you got disposable income like that, I kind of feel like, shut up. Let the rest of the world live on how they live, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, to sit there, and you're looking down on what a person can afford and what they can't afford. So if I can afford an $800 computer, you know, that's within my means. It's not a budget. Budget sounds bad. They use the word budget in a very negative light, and I don't like that. So I kind of feel like I did spend a lot on this. I spent almost $2,000, and I'm coming up low with my income because of that. But like, and I bought 2 computers. You know, I bought one for myself and one for my wife. So altogether, I spent close to $3,000. I'm not going to give you the exact amount, but it was close. It was in the ballpark of close to $3,000. I'm shifting a lot because I'm on the floor, but you know, this computer is amazing. And the only reason why I bought it this way is because they have the smaller version of it, and it has everything I need. 16 gigs, expanded up to 34, and go no higher than 34. And it didn't have a Coolmaster water cooler, but it was still pretty decent. Only problem that I had with it, I loved the form factor, that it was so tiny. And it was still more powerful than what I was working with. I told the guy, like, look, I can't have 500 gigabytes. 500 gigabytes is an insult to what I have, to the games that I play. So he was like, you know what? It's a 2.5-inch drive. Like, you can only fit 2.5s in. And in order to get something in the 4 terabyte range that is an SSD, he says you're looking at around $300. So I was like, okay, look. He's like, okay, 8 terabytes, you're looking at maybe $700. So I was like, man, I'd rather just stick with the ability to have just a regular gaming hard drive. I don't need an SSD. To me, at the moment, the way I'm looking at things is just a boot. You boot things from an SSD to make it faster. You know, hard drive is where your storage is. So for me, it was just like, I didn't want to go this way, but I had no choice to go this way, because in the long run, I hopefully will be saving money. That I'll be able to save the, because I don't have to do anything else to it. I don't have to save, I don't have to, I just want some 2 more sticks of RAM. And it's kind of interesting that I'm doing this now and I'm tired because I worked 6 days last week. And I'm like, you know what, man? I should have worked 15 days straight. Because, like I said, I'm coming up on low because of these two computers. So I'm like, I worked 6 days. I did about at least 60 hours. If I didn't, I did sure enough close to 60 hours. I'm tired. And I come in and I start trying to do the unboxing of the video. And I forget my tripod. And I still told my wife, you know, just hold my camera. So the whole time she's trying to give me instructions on what to wear. Oh, don't wear a shirt down that's so low like this. You're showing your man tits. Don't do this. Clean off the sweat from your face. You're a sweaty fat pig. And she's getting on my nerves with that. And then, as I'm looking at the video, right, she's smart. Because the whole time she's telling me, she's giving me these little directions that are pissing me off. She's not saying anything. So it looks like I'm the aggressor. And I'm yelling, stop it! And I'm getting angry and I'm getting upset. And she starts just randomly flipping me the bird. So she's randomly flipping me the bird. And I'm like, getting upset and I'm getting angry. And I'm like, you know what? I'm the aggressor. Even though you're doing all of these things. And after the camera, she beat me really badly. Like, I deserved it. I'm being stupid. You see, this is why I was like, okay, you know what? I gotta stop. This video needs to be coming to an end. So I started, you know, I was like, I gotta do this video again. And just be more comfortable. It's weird. Every time I do it, like the second time, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more comfortable. Like when I was showing my room, the first video was just awkward and just weird. This one is getting a little bit, but not too much. And the second one, like trying to show off my computer, was just, I didn't like it. So hopefully, you know, this time around, it's a little better. So yeah. I got this. Oh, I didn't even tell you the name of the computer. Wow, this whole time. I told you there's a PowerSpec, but I never gave you the exact name. It's a PowerSpec G708 Gaming PC, AMD Ryzen 7 5300G, 38 gigahertz processor, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 Ti, 8 gigabyte, and you have GDDR6, 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200 RAM, and 1 terabyte solid state drive. So that's what I'm working with now. And oh, plus, wow, I'm just looking now. I just got a notification. They have 0 in stock, and they just got it in stock a couple of days ago. They had 25 in stock. 25 in stock, and now they officially have no more in stock. It's kind of funny because when we was coming up to the store that night, there was a guy coming out with one, and he was skipping in the parking lot, man, and he loaded that sucker up into his car. He did a little twirl, got in his car, and he sped off. I was like, I know what he's going to do. I was like, good times. It's kind of funny because when I got it that Thursday night. No, Wednesday night. I got it Wednesday night. No, Thursday night. Thursday night I got it. I have to come home and go to bed I have to wake up 4 o'clock the next morning. And I didn't get to it until Friday. But Saturday I knew what I was going to do. I had my heart set. I was like, I should be off for the next 2 days. For Sunday, Monday. I came in Saturday with ferociousness. And I started just messing with it, tinkering with it. I put in the hard drive, and so it's like, wow. Even now, when I come, you know, into the room, I'm like, I don't believe this thing is sitting here, like, and it's quiet, and it's amazing, and I like it a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna really give you some good content, I hope. So yeah, that's it. We're going to... Could you stop telling me to move back? My thing is to save as much money as humanly possible.
Really? That's not respectful.
You're giggling in my thing and I'm freaking melting down. I'm having a meltdown.
What does it have to do with me? Stop, you're making me jump on the camera.
Could you stop? This is why I should have brought my tripod out.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't.
Could you just stop?
Continue, Amy. Why are you worried about me?
So this is how my camera won't stop talking back and telling me what to do. And my camera just gave me the middle finger. So we're gonna unbox this. I just came in from work. I want to shut up. I want to sleep. I want to eat. I want to be loved. Okay? And I can't because I gotta unbox this thing here. I thought about this all day at work of what I was gonna say and how many things I was gonna say and how it was gonna be said, and I can't get anything out. So we're just gonna basically take a look at this computer. Boobs. I have boobs. We all have boobs. So let's take this thing out.
As I stated.
No, that's not gonna work. Is it recording?
Yes, go.
You just say that. So this is what he did.